Make sure I don't fat. Oh, you got that poop on there?
Yep, I sure do.
Just go past me.
Can I wait?
Wait. There we go.
This is from the news.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Okay. Anybody got kids in here? Kids? Oh, kids. Some of y'all got. It is?
I don't got kids. It was. You're late.
Oh. Okay. Can you? Here, start that over.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got some little kids.
Okay. Ready?
Yep.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And y'all got kids?
Yes.
Rest got kids? Teenage kids?
Yes.
Whose kids are perfect? Nobody's kids are perfect, right? Sometimes our kids get in trouble, and they get in trouble with the law, and because their brains, when they're teenagers, tend to freeze up. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the juvenile justice system today, and how it works, and hopefully dispel any misconceptions that you have on the juvenile justice system. I've worked for Bell County for 8 years. I'm sure that every one of you in here has had some form of interaction with the juvenile justice system, either a friend, a family member, something. Raise your hands that want to admit that. Yeah, see, so we affect everybody in some form or fashion. I'm going to talk about how it works, the mental health, statistics, and any future rehabilitation strategies. So the purpose of our system is to rehabilitate, so choosing the right service for the child is essential. I don't know if y'all can see my board here, it's kind of small, but we have a referral process. We get a referral from the county, from the local police department, and we do what's called an intake screening. And we can filter the kid from the intake screening to several different areas. Once we meet with that kid, we gather up information about them. We find out what's going on in the home, what types of social services they may need, and then we route them in the correct direction. So some areas that we choose to route them: diversion. We say, okay, you don't really need to be with our system. Let me get you some help outside of this office. Social services, mental health, things like that we do for the kids. Prevention and intervention is another route that we can go. We can put that kid on for a period of 6 months, probation. We can say, okay, we're going to help you out with some cognitive education. We're going to help you socially, get some, help outside of our office without having to go through the court process. The last and final route that we try not to choose is when that kid has to go to court. If it's a felony or an offense that's violent or serious, we have to refer it to the county attorney's office. We don't have a choice. But if we don't have to, we won't. But if they do, then the county attorney's office can prosecute them for that case. They can go on formal probation or get sent to a placement facility. What happens if they violate their probation? They end up back in the system. We can either place them, they get evaluated based on their offenses, and they may end up in a state operated facility, which hopefully not. But it's like a kid's prison. But we try not to let them get there. So aren't some of our kids predisposed to committing crimes because they're mentally ill? Sure. You can see my statistics here. 33.2% of kids in our system are mentally ill, classified mentally ill. This is according to TJJD. Statistics for fiscal year 2008. What qualifies as that? Mentally ill. Suicidal ideation. Medication, you're on meds for ADHD or something like that. A victim of a traumatic experience. The school has ID'd them as mentally ill. What does the juvenile system do to help these troubled kids? So we talked about the future of a system being diversion. So some of these would get them as status offenses: runaways, citations for school disruption, curfew violations. According to the Coalition for Juvenile Justice, the actions associated with status offenses are seldom isolated incidents and instead are often manifestations of underlying personal, familial, community, and other systemic issues, as well as unmet and unaddressed needs. So we have areas that we help these kids not get involved in our system. The future for our kids is things like cognitive education. Those are things like we bring you in and we say, okay, we need to challenge your thinking. You're playing the victim role. You are, your reckless and careless attitude. We challenge those things to help keep them out of our system. According to the childrenAtRisk.org, instead of being processed through the traditional avenues of the juvenile justice system, specialty courts provide cost-effective rehabilitative services that are tailored to the individual needs of the youth while reducing recidivism rates. So these are things like juvenile mental health court, girls court, juvenile drug court, juvenile gang court, to keep them from going to our prisons. So the goal of our system is not only to rehabilitate the child, but to get involved with the family on their level. We need to see what's going on in the home. What kind of services can we offer to you and your parents? We have parenting classes. We get the families jobs if they need them. We've had parents that haven't had jobs and we've found them jobs. We help with social intervention, like I said before. We've assisted them with counseling. But we are a support system for the juveniles. We're rehabilitation, and that is our purpose. So today I've explained how the juvenile justice system works and how mental stability plays a role and some future strategies for our department. No one's kids are perfect, of course. Y'all know that. So instead of making these troubled kids pay the time for their crime, we attempt to get their families the help that they need. Thank you so much for your time.